In this tutorial we're going to take a look at for loops. For loops are really useful if you want to repeat some code a certain number of times. So we started off with a for, I in range. So what this means is for I, which is just a variable name, it can be anything in the range, and we're going to give it a range. So we're going to go from 0 up to 10. So we're going to start at 0 and go all the way up to 10, but it will not include 10. In a for line you finished off with a colon, and then let's print I. So I, in the first iteration of the loop, in the first time it loops around, it's going to be 0, then 1, then 2, etc., all the way till it gets to number 9. So if we press F5 to run this, you'll notice it starts at 0 and it goes all the way up to 9, but it doesn't include 9. Obviously, if you wanted to start at 1 and you wanted to print it all the way up to 10, you change this to 11 because it will go all the way up to, but not include 11. So press F5. That will loop for you that way. You can also loop if you have a string or a word that you want to loop. You can put word equals hello. And what we're going to do this time is, rather than doing it in the range, for I in word, print I. And what it will do is it loop through. The first time it will state with a H, an E, an L, L, O, and print each of those out. Press F5. The other useful thing is if you have a list. So for example, if we had somebody's scores, we'll use list here. So if you have a list and you want to loop over the list, you can do for I in scores, F5. Now print 1, 6, 8 and 90, which of course were the numbers that we had on our list. Now, it might also be that you want to count up in certain gaps. So again, we're going to go back to the range. And we're going to do 1. We're going to count up to, we're going to include 100. So I'm going to go to 101. And then if we put another comma in, we can actually say the steps that it's going to go up in. So let's start on 0, in fact. And then in jumps of 5, count up to 100. F5. So you see it starts at 0 and it counts up in jumps of 5 all the way up to 100. You can obviously also include things like, and then do a comma, F5, and it will print whatever you said each time.